weather meets community. Let's see, am I plugged in here? Looks like I am. I hope everybody is doing well today. I wanted to make sure I got on and discuss what was happening with the SoCal rain. I could not be happier to have seen the rain. Well, we forecasted it, so we all know. We were in the know, we were in the loop. And now we're just making sure that, everybody's nice and safe, because I've got some other big news for you guys. This is some good stuff happening. This is my favorite time of the year, because this is when things get a little bit more interesting with precip type. Okay. And you guys are going to see in a moment. I'm going to pick my little scroll at the bottom, my little ticker. Let me just pick something really good. How about the fact that the Ohio and Tennessee valleys will see high temperatures as much as 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal? Or perhaps we can talk about the trough. Let's just talk about the trough, okay? And we're going to go ahead and add that in there at the bottom, guys. I hope you're all doing well. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin, and welcome to Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I am so happy to have you guys join me today, because I've just been watching the weather, and I'm just super pumped about it. Okay, hang on. Let's see here. What do we have? Okay. All right, guys. So right now we are talking about the rain locally in Southern California. You guys know that is such a wonderful situation, especially when we're not seeing really dangerous conditions. Now, we did get reports of really bad flooding in the low desert, which we knew was going to be a problem. But when we're thinking about these burn scars, especially these more recent burn scars, I'm just happy that there wasn't anything that was worse. Okay. So we're still tracking everything out. We're not done yet. You can still see we're under the influence of that precip. And of course, we're going to keep you up to date. Once again, I'm meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I want to make sure I can see that everybody's on. Everybody's on. I'm a solo act today, by the way, guys. So, yep, we're on. Okay, we're on. All right, so let's kick things off with our update here that we just added into our ticker. All right. An upper trough across the northern central plains and Mississippi Valley will bring chances for severe storms and isolated flooding potential through Friday. Now, we are going to get into what we're seeing as far as the expected rain, and we're going to go through how that will play out through tomorrow. But we're also, of course, tracking the remnants of Mario pushing into and across the west-southwest, flash flooding possible tomorrow. We already talked about the fact that there was some flooding that occurred in the low desert. And now we're going to have to continue to watch as the moisture swath, or the remnants of Mario, as Mario just kind of shreds apart, that continues to move across the area. Let's see. Guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hi, Jordan Chaplinsky. I saw you somewhere. Are you working at the National Weather Service? I'm curious, because I thought I saw something. And I was like, I have to ask Jordan. I saw something that you were doing, and I was really curious where you were. And I was like, oh, I think he's at the National Weather Service. Well, I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is great. And I hope you're definitely enjoying your day. Okay. So Jordan, we're talking about the precip that we've already seen, and we're going to go ahead and click through this slowly but surely. There it is. That precip just continues to move from the southwest towards the northeast. And again, that's just remnants of Mario. He's just breaking apart. He's not, doesn't have much in him. He's just getting the rest of his moisture across Southern California and the desert southwest, and then everything breaks apart. But we'll see some more rain moving through as an effect of what remains. Okay, you can kind of see through September 21st. Now, this is at CDT time. That's Sunday. You can see some moisture, some rain, really nothing major, half an inch to maybe an inch right around the Intermountain West and portions of the Northern Rockies, parts of the Western Great Basin. And apart from that, I'm just seeing that it's really kind of just dissipated. Here we go again. This is what we're seeing now. We're going to toggle slowly, toggle slowly. Can you see how everything is moving up from the southwest? And then it kind of just all breaks apart. And then we continue to see some rain showers right around the four corners. And then we've got to watch what's happening up in the Pacific Northwest, but also as we track what we just said here, this batch of moisture. Look at that crossing through the Midwest. Okay. And then moving eastward. All right. Now, of course, this time of the year, we're always looking for precip types. If I go back over here, you guys are going to see that precip type is oh so important. Why? Hang tight. Hang tight. I'm glad you guys asked that, but that's what we're looking at right now. Hi, Matt. Hi, Miran. How are you? Hugs. Everything's good, I hope. Ed Hansen, Avanjian, you guys are just so phenomenal. Thank you for joining. And okay, so that's where we sit with the overall kind of scope of what's happening, because I think this is the most fascinating time of the year, the most wonderful time of the year. Okay. Okay, and the reason is because you get to see changeover, and now we're like fighting for like the 540 line. Where are you? Peekaboo, where's that cold air? It's the best. Okay. Now let's get to our next product, which is the rain locally, right? I want to just focus in on that. Can you see how everything is clearing, moving northeastward, eastward, northeastward? Everything's just kind of spreading out. And it looks like we'll have some more pockets of rain late or second half of Sunday into the evening hours. Okay. But this is the story everybody's going to be so pumped about. Drum roll, please. Cause I ain't no hollaback snow. I ain't no hollaback snow. Did you guys like that song I just made up on the fly? Legit, you can have the song royalty free. Our very lovely, awesome Gwen Stefani, right? I just mixed up the words a little bit because I wanted to make it a snow song, you know? There's snow business, like snow business. Like, this is when I start coming up with the corniest songs you'll ever think of for snow. Like, I make snow jokes, like, oh, snow way. Just like, snow way. No, snow way. Oh, snow, you didn't. This is where I get very, very extra cheesy corny. So, Big Heck 818, what's up? So yeah, at this time of the year when everybody's just starting to see the snow come in, this is when I get super corny. I'm like, snow way. Oh, snow, you didn't. Snow. So now I just throw the word snow in everywhere. This is Erica at her cheesiest. Okay. This is Erica at her cheesiest. So you get ready for this, because I'm telling you, every meteorologist has weather jokes, and they beg to question our nerdiness, to be quite honest. And then we're going to go ahead and zoom out. And let's see who else has snow. Well, Canada, right? So we have some snow here across the Rockies, the Intermountain West. Oh, we were just there. Why? The Uinta Basin, Idaho. Look at that. Wyoming, Jackson Hole. That's like my favorite. I think that's my favorite place for the holidays. Well, no, besides our house in Connecticut, right at home. Anyways, so that's that. And then as we go out, what do? Oh, the Bering Sea. Oh, what's happening over here? I just wanted to bring you guys what's happening in Alaska, because I feel like Alaska sometimes just doesn't get enough love, and we need to give Alaska some love, especially as we're starting to see that changeover. Hi, Cario Randy. That's such a cute little avatar. Oh my gosh, so cute. I want one of those. Okay, so of course we have to bring it into the Aleutian Islands mode, show you guys the Bering Sea, what's happening in good old Alaska, in Russia, and then we're tracking these lows. Look at these lows over here. Look what's happening. This is a very active, volatile area, but we talked about this about 2 weeks ago. Let me see if I can find the product that we used. It was a really great one. It was discussing the activity in the Bering Sea. I liked it a lot. A lot of people actually did like it because they thought, okay, this is a really good idea of how active it's going to be. Okay, so we've got now. I might talk a little bit about Enzo simply because we're kind of dipping and diving across everything here while we're up in this part of the world. We are going to talk about what's happening in the current situation, which is Enzo neutral, right? We're talking about the sea surface temperatures. Equatorial sea surface temperatures are near to below average across most of the Pacific. We're seeing here that the polar jet is starting to move on down, and we're actually starting to get these developments, these systems that are really starting to, make their way known, their face known here. Okay, we're going back to this. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Who's going to get some snow? We're seeing some snow. I know there are some of you out there that are so happy, like me. Laura Barra Aesthetics. Hi, how are you? I know there are so many people out there like me who are just so pumped to see the blue and the purple and the pink. They're just like, I said, so pumped. And I think my smoothie came out. Like, I'm so pumped. We've got blue. We got 3 inches. We even have 6 to 12 inches. I mean, could snow be this good to us? We even have localized 18 to 24. Okay. So some good stuff there. I'm very happy about that. Some good stuff. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Below average temperatures likely where wet weather occurs next 2 days. Otherwise, above average temperatures expected across most of the contiguous U.S. So that, of course, is a nice setup. I think it's a really great way to put this. Who is this? Kong. Kong always does a great job writing up. I like it. It's a little bit of a riddle, right? It's like, below average temperatures likely where wet weather occurs. So I like that because they're referring to that changeover, right? That wintry mix, or that, that point where the rain turns over into snow. Now, some people say it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but I always say it's a planetary boundary layer because you have to make sure that parcel makes it all the way down. Even if you're at 8,500 feet, 10,000 feet, it still has to make it to the surface. And you have to make sure that PBL, that planetary boundary layer, is going to allow for that snowflake and all its snowflake friends to actually make it there, okay? To give you this 3 to 6, locally 18 to 24 inches, seeing some areas here a little bit more sporadic, 6 to 12 inches for the Rockies. I mean, that's no surprise there for parts of the Intermountain West and the Uintas. And so this is looking really good. And then when we continue here, of course, we're like, where else can we see snow? We know Canada, we know Russia, but then of course we got Alaska. So I like these totals. They're nothing crazy right now. So like if somebody's visiting right now, they wouldn't be overwhelmed with the snow. But hey, everybody, they might not admit it. But they love snow. I know they do. So it's definitely. Hi, I see you. I was wondering, I was like, where is our Denver netizen? Where is he? And so that's what I wanted to show you. Wait, let me go back here, okay? We're going to show you. Okay. This is as close as you're going to get to snow right now, Rick. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, it's better than where I am. I'm not going to get snow right here, nor am I going to see snow. So you're in a good spot right now. At least you're going to get a chance to see some snow if you just head west. And so that's really, I think this is a great story right now. I'm loving the change this time of the year. I just love it. And then once again, we're going to go wide and we're like, hello, Canada. Hello, Alaska. And then we can see just like, whoa, look what's happening around here. This is just a really strong, active area right now. So I am really appreciating that. Then we quickly mentioned the Enzo neutral that's present. Now, of course, we're talking about equatorial Pacific in that sense. But since we were up here, I was like, let me just show you the overall activity that's happening in the North Pacific, North Central Pacific, and heck, even Northeastern Pacific. Well, really, the Aleutian Islands, the Bering Sea. Okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about our current conditions and let's see what we have. We have to loop this, right? Oh, severe thunderstorm watch issued by the National Weather Service. What? I'm at work driving my truck. What? Be careful. Please drive safely. And now that's good to know that like you drive a truck. That way I can give you guys snow updates. Angel Iniguez 73. Hello. ACFD Steve. Hello. Caltech joined. I'm always impressed when Caltech joins. What do you guys have? Like an 8% entry, like acceptance rate or something? Something super serious. My sister went there. That's why I know. Yeah. I didn't get in there. I'm like, no, I just barely got into all my good schools that I got into. All right, guys. So we have severe thunderstorm watches issued by the National Weather Service. Those actually might be fog advisories or air quality. Let me do a quick look. Okay. Sometimes when it looks a little bit more purple, let's see, air quality. We're having something in New England as well. Okay, fire concerns. All right, so let's just take all these off and then let's just kind of zoom in on everything, okay? So we have these storms, okay, that are firing up across the middle of the nation. But guys, we do look at this area up here. Look at this little feature up here. I do want to talk to you about what's happening in California and across the desert Southwest. So SoCal, we had a good amount of rain today. I'm so happy. We needed it. And we also have some other really good updates for you guys, including this aviation weather statement. And we talked about this, the low desert, Palm Springs, Indio, all these areas, the Coachella Valley, all got slammed with tons of rain. So I know there was somebody who somehow word got around. There was somebody who was at an event and then they ended up going to Palm Springs, renting a house, and then the house was like flooding. So they're okay, thank God. But still, it's interesting to see that, right? When you're looking at the desert Southwest and really the low desert. So we have this entire area, of course, with the threat of with thunderstorms. We definitely have some more active cells. Here's your severe thunderstorm warning, as a matter of fact. That was kind of perfect timing. Let me remove the radar really quickly so that we can track these really fast. And again, let's move our satellite off, okay? So guys, we're going to take a quick look. So here is a severe thunderstorm warning issued by the National Weather Service for South Central Imperial County. At 5:51 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Calexico, moving north at 20 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds, quarter-size hail. Radar indicated hail damage to vehicles is expected. So this is definitely going to be a concern over the next couple of hours. It looks like we have some other ones that are beginning to populate as well. So we're going to watch that. We have some serious flood alerts here. We have a flood watch. We continue to see these flood watches throughout parts of southern Central California for the San Gabriel Mountains. Also, can you see that the desert Southwest is beginning to see some issues here, and that's because the returns, as you can see, are just starting to make it across the four corners. Okay, so that's good news because hey, we got to get that rain moving out of here and continuing to move northeastward and really not impact too many people in Arizona as well. Oftentimes we find that people can be really impacted, especially when in these areas like the desert Southwest. So we want to make sure everybody's okay. So let's just get that rain out of there. Let's get it moving northeastward and out of here. You can see it's like going north. The pockets of heavier rain right now are really focused on western Arizona. It's popping up around portions of east central Arizona. We also have some pop-ups over a lot of central and southern California, like San Gabriel Mountains, which is exactly what we thought we were going to see. So this is some good news there. But yeah, we have these storms that are firing up. Now let's go to the Dakotas. The northern plains also have some strong storm cells. I guarantee you this is going to be something radar indicated as in a special weather statement. So let's take a look at that so we can see what that little low is doing, that little surface low. Like, what's he causing? Let's go ahead and take a look. I might have to stop it very quickly. Special weather statement, tornadoes possible across southeast North Dakota. Conditions are favorable for the development of thunderstorms with the potential for tornadoes. They may develop rapidly with very little warning. Make sure that you stay alert and in shelter. So there it is. That's what we're seeing in this area here. Now I'm going to do something else. Let me pull up my storm reports over the past couple of hours. Guys, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing today? Is everybody great? I think everybody is. Okay. Let's get my storm reports for today, guys, and we are going to be in a really good place. I'm excited. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody is enjoying, no matter the weather, the outdoors, the activities. I just want you guys to have a great rest of your Thursday. Oh, here we go. So we already had a report of a tornado. Let's bring this down to just the past. Let's see what happens when we say 6 hours. Okay. Funnel cloud and a tornado. All right. Let's go to last 3 hours. Funnel cloud and a tornado. Okay. So here we go. We're going to stop this now. Okay. Funnel cloud, Lake City, Red Iron Lake, Marshall County, cold air funnel reported south of Clear Lake, relayed through emergency manager. So that's some good information that we needed. Let's see. Here we go. We're also going to hit this one. Tornado in Windmere, Richland County. Spotter observed. Reported very weak tornado that lasted about 2 minutes. So that's very important to note. It was a spotter that saw this. So it's a Skywarn storm spotter. And that's really good to know that we do have somebody who is certified out there looking at this and reporting this to us. Okay. Let's go back to our reports here. I kind of got kicked off of there. Anyways, but yeah, we're really excited about what's happening as far as this the remnants from Mario continuing to move east, northeastward, and northeastward. Additionally, what's happening with the active weather looming across parts of the Dakotas, the high northern plains, and then the UP is slammed right now as well. I mean, the mid-Ohio Valley, upper Mississippi Valley, we're seeing some concerns here. Okay. These are some pretty good storms. We're actually getting a severe thunderstorm warning issued as well. And there's some rotation here. So let's take a quick look here. Let's dig in to see what exactly we have going on. Once again, we're going to remove our satellite. Our satellite. Okay. Woohoo. Guys. Let's see, an upper trough. Okay. So, yeah. We've got this severe thunderstorm warning issued. Let's see. Okay, this is the cell right here. Let's get some information on this cell. Okay. Holiday, Paris, and sailing. Moving northeast. It's got a flood impact of almost 5, as you can see. Hail impact of 6. Max hail size almost 2 inches in diameter. Wow. Moving 23 miles per hour. I already said northeast. People impacted over 2,500 people. Friendship School, Pine School, Pleasant Grove Church, and Sanford School. Oh, I hope everybody's okay. I hate that. I hate when like schools are impacted, churches. I absolutely hate that. It just makes me so sad. So I'm glad I can do this for you guys and give you guys information. Really important to note, precip rate right now is 33 3/4 of an inch per hour. That is so dangerous right now. So we're going to track that very closely. And we have a storm age. It's a very mature storm cell at 212 minutes. Now let's go ahead and start this again and get our radar back up. There it is. There's your line of storms. Can you see that? Pretty aggressive. Let's see what's happening back in the Dakotas. Wow. Looks like we're seeing a flood warning of some type. Okay, hold on. Oh, we've got another severe thunderstorm warning. Hang on. Let me get to this warning. Flood. It looks like a flood warning. Okay, here. with a flood warning in effect this afternoon until early Saturday morning. Minor flooding is forecast Bad River near Fort Pierre from this afternoon to early Saturday morning. At 21 feet, Bad River Road begins flooding about 7 miles upstream of the gauge at 24 feet. Water reaches mobile homes along Highway 83 south of Fort Pierre. Okay. The river is expected to rise to a crest of 23.2 feet, well, just after midnight. It will then fall below flood stage tomorrow evening. Flood stage is 21 feet, okay? So gives you some idea of what we can expect in the area. This is why this is so concerning, and this is why we're just making sure that everybody is in the know when it comes to all types of weather, all right? South Dakota, though, you generally get some really good rainstorms around there, so you're generally very well prepared. Okay, let's get back into the severe thunderstorm warning area. Notice how it's since expanded. So we had the severe thunderstorm watch issued, and then we looked at that cell, and there's your rotation. All right, I love when this happens. This is probably my favorite. Okay, there's your rotation right there. I just saw it. There's your storm cell. There was some rotation on it. Okay, it's a hardy storm cell. This is a strong storm cell. Let's see if we can remove. Let's actually remove. Let's see here. Tropical track. Let's see here. There's your rotation again. Do you see that? Oh, now this is expanding. Okay, this is great. Look at that, how we're just really starting to see the evolution of the severe thunderstorm watch and severe thunderstorm warning issued, and really how, we've got issues here when it comes to the weather in Missouri. Generally happens, right? Especially when we're getting the battle of the air masses, when you're getting all of this dynamic activity. Look at all the rotation we're seeing here. Of course, our concern is, will we see a tornado? Additionally, I think I'm going to add a contour right now, one layer, and I'm going to pick lightning. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to pick Okay, lightning intensity. There it is in the blue. Do you see it? So now do you see how it all comes together? So now we're seeing that we not only are tracking the severe thunderstorm watched area, we're also tracking the severe thunderstorm warned area. And then we have some rotation. We already have reports of a tornado and a funnel cloud earlier today in it was in Nebraska, I believe, right? Or North Dakota. And now what we're looking at is the evolution of this line of storms. One or two could possibly, well, they already have rotation. Could they possibly go tornadic? I'm not seeing that potential, but I still have to watch it. So do you see here this blue? If I just pulled off my radar quickly, let me pull off my radar. See that right there? That's lightning intensity. All right. So clearly, if you're seeing the yellow, you see how it's like you can actually populate the yellow, right? So that's just the stronger lightning. Okay. Let's see what else. And actually, I mentioned lightning in SoCal and in Arizona. And that's exactly what we're seeing. See, we have lightning strikes. So this is important to note, especially whenever we are tracking thunderstorms. So look at that. Yeah, we're tracking some strong lightning density. This is good stuff. And then I do have to swing over before I sign off right now. I do have to swing over to, winter weather alerts. This is so wild. So many people have been asking me all day. They're like, are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, we're serious. We've got, hi, how are you guys? So we do have some winter weather news. Freeze watch in effect from late Friday night through Saturday morning. Sub-freezing temperatures as low as the upper 20s possible. So New England, it's about that time. This is why we got to settle into football season. and enjoy. Football season takes care of everything. It's football season, guys. It's football season. Nothing can bother us, especially us New Englanders. So freeze watch, though, keep in mind frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, sensitive vegetations, the usual suspects. But you always have to keep in mind that even though you might not think you need extra time in the morning, you may have to give yourself extra time, right? Sometimes for when you're looking for frost, or you're seeing like maybe there's some kind of icy patch on the road or the ground when you're walking to your car or just walking in general, give yourself a little extra time in the morning. This is when we start to get a little bit more rush, and the seasons are changing. We're really impacted. No, no, no. Please give yourself extra time, especially in the morning. And now let's head on over to upstate New York. Woohoo! Freeze watch in effect. So the cities of Lunenburg, Ellenburg, Tupper Lake, Island Pond, and Dannemora. Freeze watch in effect from late night tonight through Saturday morning. Sub-freezing temperatures as low as in the 20s. And frost and freeze conditions could kill crops, the same thing. I also say this is when you can, really be careful when you're walking to your car on different types of surfaces. Even grassy surfaces with some frost can be really dangerous, can be quite slippery. Let's see. Do we have any questions before I sign off? I want to do a quick weather update. I'm actually going to be on a little later today, but I wanted to go ahead and take care of that and show you guys what's happening. Let's get that radar back up. We've got those storms that we're watching very closely. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and edit this. Let's see if there's anything fun. You know what? Let's include this quickly. Let's do our temps really quickly. We're going 77 in San Diego, 69 in Boston, 70 in Sioux Falls, 74 in Billings, 83 in Atlanta, Little Rock at 84, Nashville at 80, and Amarillo, 71 degrees. So here we can see the threat of those thunderstorms, marginally severe, isolated severe storms. It's just one of those things that we always have to check. I think it's always safe, especially if you're not used to really reading data, right? So this is the best. This is why I always include this. It's the best way to actually just pick up the threat of convective weather, okay? So there we have day 2, and here we have day 3, and you know what? We're loving it. Guys, how about this? How about we sign off with snow? Snow, glorious snow. Let's go pay Alaska a visit. Why don't we? So it's going to be super fun. I love the snow that we're seeing already for parts of the Rockies, the Uintas, the Intermountain West. I'm very happy about that. But then, of course, when we take a look at what's happening farther north, there's no comparison, right? Alaska, beautiful Alaska. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I hope you have a nice